RTSs today don't have a good reputation. There are currently more people playing custom maps on Warcraft 3 than new RTSs. I think Age of Empires 4 is an outlier. The amount of this game has to offer right now rivals the best of the best. Age of Empires 4 is a real-time strategy game set around in the 13th century-ish. You have a single player campaign, challenges to complete, mastery in each empire to progress, and the online ranked mode, probably the best online community in new age RTSs. The offline AI skirmishes offer enough of a challenge that if you're socially inept and refuse to play online, you can master the game to a solid enough point just playing against the AI. Minus points for not having an achieve for winning against ridiculous AI and further. The game has both naval and land maps. The naval maps no one plays and complains about why they exist on Reddit. Everyone bans naval maps in ranked. The game is constant balance of economy and military power. If you want to grow your economy as well as advance through the 4 ages available, you want to have at least as a rule of thumb 50% of your total population being workers. You want to target the 3 main resources: gold, lumber and food. Food being the most important since it's used to grow both population and army. Lumber is mostly used for buildings and gold for advancing through the ages, unlocking upgrades, as well as some of the most high tier units. Stone, it's the 4th resource and it's mostly situational. In some civs you really need the stone, in others I would stay away from it. The learn tab is, I would say, the most important as a new player, as long with the skirmish against AI option. I recommend you go into the learn tab, see what you want to build, target for example a knight spam at age 2, queue up against intermediate AI and just spam those knights and try to win. The Art of War challenges are really a fun way to learn about the basics. Trying to get gold in each challenge will leave you the pretty solid foundation of the rock paper scissors that is the unit combat in the game. For example, horsemen counter archers, but that doesn't mean enough archers cannot get the job done. I would say a tip for a new player is to pick an empire and spam games with it against AI to learn the ins and outs of the army before going online. The campaign shows you cutscenes with documentary-like showcase of the history the game tells, feels like a proper History Channel documentary. Amazing. For me, the main bad thing is that so many empires are locked in the Sultan DLC. You buy the game and some of the most fun armies like Joan of Arc and Japanese are walked away and the game ends up feeling somewhat empty without this DLC. I played the ranked, some of the campaign, a lot of skirmish against AI, completed all the Art of War challenges. I have to say, what I miss in the combat is more hero units. This might not be everyone's opinion, but I think they are the coolest. Having your hero unit like Joan of Arc or the King in English, making her army stronger, is so much more enjoyable. The bannerman in the Japanese just looks so cool. But honestly, thinking about balance and the economy and the identity of the empires, I can't really complain. I think this game is really well achieved. It offers more content for 40 euros than most 60 euros games. It's often on sale and the DLC is amazing value. I just wish it had more empires to rival Age of Empires 2, more Art of War challenges, and the Sultan DLC to be eventually offered with the main game, or cheaper to be a 10 out of 10. For now, a solid 9 out of 10. The graphics and soundtrack. As far as graphics go, some people have criticized the cartoony look of the game in favor of a more realistic and gruesome look. I really enjoy it though, and I think too much detail would make the game less stable, with 200 units clashing against each other. I prefer a lot more of a more stable, less detailed game. Soundtrack with the documentary voiceover.
Turned. It's where a king was killed, and his victor claimed the throne.
Main menu chill song. The sound effects when you destroy a building, the sound design and voice acting is a 10 out of 10 atmosphere. Both together I would say a 9.5. The price. Honestly, this game can have a score on the price, because when you buy the game and you go into ranked and you lose against the Byzantines DLC Empire, you might not afford to buy at that moment because you didn't have a paycheck big enough to buy the game and the DLC. I think that's a really big blow on this game. I think the game shines even more when you get that DLC. For that reason, I can't give it any higher than a 8 out of 10.